How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, it's a big day. It's gonna be our first Bimini trip of 2025. It's actually gonna be only a day trip. We're gonna leave today in the morning. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and we're gonna actually be back here by the end of the day. So I'm just gonna take you guys to Bimini, show you all the cool spots, probably have some lunch. We're gonna take the sea hunt today. I'm just waiting on 2 more crew members, 2 guys you haven't seen on the channel, but they're actually YouTubers. They're gonna be coming with us, and I'm gonna be showing them, how we do Bimini, Miami living style. So just as soon as they get here, we're gonna load up the final things on the boat. We're gonna get out there. Should be a beautiful day. Forecasts say 13 seconds, about three feet every 13 seconds, which you don't see that a lot. That probably means that there are rollers out there, which I love. Rollers are super fun because you just got to ride them up and down. You guys will see when you get out there. But without further ado, once these guys get here, we're going to jump in the boat and we're going to go on our first Bimini adventure of 2025. Can't wait. All right, guys, so as you see, a beautiful morning. It's a little bit cloudy, and what you guys are seeing, it's not really fog. There's a fire that's going on right in the Everglades, and all the wind is kind of pushing it off the coast today. So that's why it kind of looks a little foggy today, but as soon as we get out there, it should clear up. So we got here my friend Brandon.
What's up, guys?
We just met basically about 20 minutes ago. We've been talking on Instagram now for what, like a couple months now?
Yeah, it's been a while.
To try to pull it off. You guys probably know him. He has a way bigger channel than I do. And he does all this kind of boating stuff and the real boat life. He has a cabin boat, a Robalo. That he actually took. He took a 1990 what?
It's a 95 Robalo 2440.
He bought it off of Facebook Marketplace and was like, let's go to Bimini. So once I saw that, I was like, that's the type of guy that I can hang out with.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna go out there today. They say it's gonna be big rollers out there, but we can't really trust the weatherman too much. He's burned us a couple times. So once we get out there, we'll actually see what is going on. But by the looks of it, we should be good. Look at that clear day. You can see the bottom. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and get this baby on plane and get going. We got 80 miles to go. You guys know the deal. All right, guys, so we're about 10 miles in. We're getting offshore. If you guys see off in the distance, that's Crayfort's Lighthouse. We're getting into deeper waters now, so of course the waves start building up a little bit. Still, beautiful conditions. Could have not asked for a better morning. And we're making our way to Bimini. We got about 68 miles to go. We've done the first 10. All right, guys, so we're getting now to the Florida Gulf Stream. As you guys see, the waves build up a little bit, kind of like predicted. Big rolling. All right, I'll take this any day. These big rollers, we're going about 40 miles an hour still, and we're out in the middle of the Florida Strait. So, that's a good crossing day when you can go 40 miles an hour and we're still not jumping or uncomfortable. I'm sure they'll get a little bit bigger as we get farther out, but not much. So we're about 54 miles. We've done the first about 25 miles. This is kind of like the midway point, a little bit, not full midway point, but I just want to show you guys the blue. This blue here, I can't even describe it, guys. This, is that real deep blue. And just so you guys see how calm it is out here, because when you're running, it's kind of hard to tell. But, you know, it's a beautiful day to cross. What do you think?
Well, I'm an expert for crossing the Bimini now that this is my second time. No, this is beautiful. It's pretty calm. It's nice, long roller, so it's pretty relaxed.
Yeah, when you go 40 miles an hour crossing the Bimini, you know that's a good trip. But yeah, we just stopped to get a little bit of water now and kind of show you guys. You see Miami, you can't really see it in the distance, or the Keys, and we're kind of in the midway point here where you don't really see much. We're still close enough to where we see a couple fishermen out here off the coast, but this is it, guys, and I'm just showing you how easy it is to cross over here. A lot of people make a big deal about crossing to the Bahamas. If you plan correctly and you have, you know, a good weather window and your boat, you know, is rigged and ready to go, I don't see why anybody could do this, you know, on maybe even a 21-foot boat on a day like today. You'll take a little bit longer, of course, because of your cruising speed, but you can make it out there. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this baby back on plane and keep it going with the trip. You see, look at this little rolly one right here. All right, guys, as you guys see, it is smooth as silk out here. No waves whatsoever. The forecast was way off in our favor. We're about 25 miles offshore. We're in the shipping lanes. As you guys see, some containers out here. But could have not asked a better day to make this crossing. We should be in Bimini in the next 30 minutes or so. It should be popping up in the next few minutes. But beautiful weather conditions for today. I pumped it up to 58, baby, full speed. Look how flat it is out here. Not every day you can do this, but we got to take advantage. Making up for lost time, right?
I was just gonna say that, yeah.
Got a little rooster tail going back there. And we made it, guys. Very nice trip today. Nice and easy.
One eternity later.
I've been coming here for 5 years. This is probably my 30th trip, you know, with my boat here to the Bahamas, and it doesn't matter how many times you come, it's always. All right, guys, so we made it here to Browns Cay. You know, this place needs no introduction. You guys that have been watching my channel for a while know about this spot. Really good. You know, it's one of my favorite spots, especially my kids. They love coming here, and the wife. So one thing that did change from last year to this year, now they have a big sign there that says private. What I'm hearing is that the guys over in the cruise ship over there in Ocean Cay, not only are they building that huge, you know, island there that wasn't there last year. I'm gonna actually put a clip now of what that island looked like last year. So I guess they bought this island or are gonna do something here on this island. But as you guys know, here in the Bahamas, there's a law that says no beach can be privatized. So up to the high water tide, kind of like the same thing when they closed down Honeymoon Harbor and they say you can't go to Honeymoon Harbor anymore. Yes, you can. You just can't, you know, go onto the beach and set up a whole tent and all that stuff. But if you're here hanging out in this sandbar area here, really nobody could tell you anything. So we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. We're kind of grabbing a little bit of breakfast from the crossover this morning. And then we're gonna go ahead and head out to the next spot. Kind of give you guys a full tour of all the spots. Oops, I almost busted my ass. Kind of show you guys all the spots here in the Bahamas. Here's a little stingray. Looking for some food. As soon as they see the boats, they all come. And guys, as long as you don't step on them, you don't have to be scared of them. They won't sting you, they won't bite you. Just, you know, you don't want to step on them, because then they might, you know, react and try to protect themselves. But for the most part, you know, I've never had an incident or even a close call with any of these animals here. All right, off to the next stop. Look at this beautiful reef right here. And it's so easy to think, oh my God, we're gonna hit ground, you know, look how, yeah, but it's like 3-4 feet. And it's so clear that you can't even tell. But look at that Bahama blue, guys. That's what does it for me right here, this view. But off to the next spot. That island is getting huge. And look how they're bringing in all the rocks to kind of fortify the edges of it. Those are all big coral rocks that they're bringing in there. This looks just like all the work that they're doing here, like sea foam. It's like little ice cubes. Never seen that out here. Not too excited to see that, guys, to be honest with you. God knows what they're gonna do there. But whatever it is, it has to do with this island, that's for sure. Alright guys, you know where this is. We're here in Honeymoon Harbor. They put some new signs here also at Honeymoon Harbor there, no trespassing, but as you guys know, we could be here up to high tide water line. But this place, I've been here so many times and it never gets old. It's absolutely beautiful, breathtaking here. One of the top spots, most famous spots here in Bimini, Bahamas to come visit. But it looks like we got a big charter boat coming in from the island. That's what they made that dock for there, to come check out and bring the tourists here to feed the stingrays. So maybe we don't hang out here too long because you guys already seen my videos here many times before, and it kind of feels weird not being here with the kids and the wife and all that. But I really wanted to show you guys this spot. This is a must-visit spot if you ever come here to the Bahamas. All right, guys. So you already know what this is. This is the SS Sapona. Big concrete World War I ship that ran aground back in the day, and it's been here ever since. It's cool.
It's crazy that it's concrete.
Yeah.
Concrete and rebar.
I even told somebody, like, how the hell does concrete float?
I don't understand it.
But whatever, they figured it out back in the day, and it's low tide. It's really, the water, you can see it really low on it today. They did use this for target practice for World War II. That's why you see all the big holes on it. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. But we're not gonna get in the water today. We're gonna save that for another day. Oh, looks like this guy got his anchor caught. The guy behind him? Or is he tied up to something?
No, he's on that buoy.
Oh, he's on the
mooring.
buoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's trying to pull the buoy out.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta get, yeah, you see, lower it, get closer, and kind of untangle it. I'm not sure there's even a buoy there. I think he's actually caught with something.
No, there is one there.
Is?
Yeah.
Must be new. I haven't seen it. That's a beast of a bull right there.
Yeah.
ACB. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump to the next spot, which is the Bimini Plain, which is not too far from here. So let's go ahead and head there. Alright guys, so now we're here checking out the Bimini Plain. We got Brandon in the water, getting some nice shots. See how it looks underwater, but it's one of my favorite spots here too. When I bring the whole group here from Bimini, they love this spot. Alright guys, so we're leaving here the Bimini Plain, and we're gonna go now to the beach that's on the back end of Bimini. I've heard about this beach for many years, but I've never visited it, and we're actually gonna go today for the first time, so super excited about that. I'll trim down first. There we go. That's more like it. So these are new waters for me right here where we're going now, but we'll definitely check it out. Alright guys, so I've been hearing about this spot for many years. I have never come out here myself in person, just because there's so many other spots that I go to that are amazing. But now that I'm here, this spot is really elite. Look at this waters, guys. Look at how flat and nice that sand looks and how blue that water is. And there's a little river actually that flows there, which we're gonna get off now and go explore in person and see what it's like. because this might be my new favorite spot. All right, let's go check it out. Thing that I love is the fact that the sand here is nice and firm. It's not like in the other place that sometimes the sand is a little bit smushy and you kind of sink in. So that's really good about this spot right here off the bat. I feel like we're pirates coming off on shore, right? Look how sexy that boat looks from here. Let's make our way over to this little river. Yeah, not even ankle high. So check it out. Once you get here into this little river area, it's like a lagoon. It kind of gets a little deeper, and then there's another little sandbar there. Let's check it out. It's like a sandbar in the middle, and then on both sides has deeper water. I doubt you can get in here in a boat. Maybe in high tide, maybe. Wouldn't know. It's my first time here. And the best part about it, nobody's here. So you guys that are watching me on YouTube, don't explode this place now, you know? Don't bring all the loud music and trash and all that. But now I'm not gonna show you guys no more cool spots. I promise. Alright, so you guys see spring break here in Bimini is in full effect. All the people here are usually from the cruise ship over there. They're having a good time. I'm getting a little worried because the wind picked up a lot. Now it's kind of choppy out here, but not gonna probably stick around too much longer. Alright guys, so I was gonna come here, grab some lunch, you know how we do, but if you guys noticed, the wind is picking up. I mean, there was no wind whatsoever in the morning, and now it's blowing about 13-15 miles an hour. So the wise thing to do, rather than stay here and try to get some fried lobsters and spend another hour here, is get that hour ahead of the time before the seas start building up, because we do have 80 miles all the way back to the Keys. So if it gets really nasty, what we'll do is we'll cut through Miami first and then go through Key Biscayne on the way back to avoid, you know, the big waves and not get beat up as much. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to secure everything we got here in the boat, because it's gonna get a little bouncy now, and now we gotta go back home. So bring you guys with me. Here we go. All right, guys, so kind of not seen much of Bimini in the back. We've done the first 10 miles since we left Bimini, running about 31 miles an hour, burning at 1.7 miles per gallon. And it's a little bit choppier than it was. Well, a lot choppier. There was glass on the way over here. But this goes to show you guys how the ocean can change in about 5 to 6 hours. How it has nothing to do or it looks anything like what we saw coming. And that's the ocean for you guys. It can change on a dime. But even with that change, this is really nothing crazy. Sea Hunt's doing his thing. We're going, you know, a good, comfortable speed. What do you think?
It's great.
Yeah?
It's a lot better than when I did it on my own. I love this right now.
So, you know, maybe we take a little bit longer, but we're still gonna make it. And that's what it is about these crossings, you know. The weather is not that our lives are in danger or it's nasty or anything. It's just gonna take us a little bit longer because we gotta go at a lower speed, but you'll still make it. All right, guys, so we only got 20 miles to go, and you can already see the skyline of Miami out there. Not sure if you guys can see it. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys to be able to see it. But a nice quick trip. We elected to come here to Miami instead of straight to Key Largo, just because it's a little bit more choppy, and we'll save ourselves a little bit of time being able to go faster in the, you know, on the inshore at Key Biscayne. We're gonna come in through Stiltsville and then make our way down to Key Largo from there. But I mean, conditions haven't changed since we left Bimini. They've been pretty much the same. A little bit choppy, that's really all it is. We're still going, you know, 28. We dropped down a little bit. Now we're burning only 1.7. And like I said, we're just a couple of miles offshore. We should be there in no time. Well, guys, like always, getting close to Miami, waves start building up a little bit more. Now we're going 26. We had to slow down a little bit because we're jumping a little bit too much. Now the waves, they're not rolling whatsoever. Now they're just starting to build up. By tomorrow, this is going to be really nasty out here. You know, it's windy when look at how the waves break and they're getting pushed back. Good thing is we see Miami right there, but these last, let's say 13 miles are gonna feel probably longer than everything we did up to this point. But hey, that's what happens when you come out here, and that's the ocean for you. Mother Nature and the ocean have a mind of their own. They could easily chew you up and spit you out when it wants to. And the forecast was in our favor in the morning, and now it's kind of not. A big one right here. Woo! Look at that. So I'm gonna put this camera down because I gotta be finessing with the throttle a little bit more, so we can get there not only quicker, but with our back intact. You see? Like that. You know when the windshield's wet, right, it's a little bit choppy and a little bit rough. Like always, the last final 5 miles always get a little bit choppier, due to now being in 20, 30 feet of water instead of 1,000. So the waves kind of build up a little bit. But that's Key Biscayne right there. Should be in there in the next 10 minutes. But definitely got rougher like expected the last few miles. No heroes out here. When we left, we saw a bunch of guys fishing out here.
We're still out here, baby.
But we're still out here. Everybody else went home. catch up with you guys as soon as I pull into Siltsville. All right, guys, so we made it here. Since we didn't have lunch at Radio Beach, we decided to have lunch here at Boater's Grill. You guys follow my channel, you know this place very well. Like, get some Cuban food into Brandon, and then we'll go all the way to Key Largo. So video ain't over yet, guys. But you guys saw how weather could change in a second. But what's not gonna change is the fact that we gotta eat. So let's get her done. All right, guys, so we just finished eating here, had a great meal, hadn't eaten nothing all day. And now we got about 45 miles to go till we get down to Key Largo through the Bayside. So let's get this baby untied and let's get going. All right, guys, so we made it back here to the dock. We had the boat nice and clean. All the engines are flushed. The boat's ready to go for the next trip. I want you guys to comment, where do you guys want to see me go in my next video? Put down real quick in the comments, hey, Ariel, I want to see you go here. And I'm going to make it happen for you guys. So this is where I'm going to end today's video. So if you like the video, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me that comment to see where you guys want to go next time. Peace.